Welcome back to the Bahar Dar International Stadium. It's going to be the afternoon kickoff. This one is going to be against about Hossana playing Wolayta Dicha. And again, it will be a search for points here as the gap opens up at the top, where the teams are really fighting to stay close to each other, but it's beginning to open up in favor of only a few of the teams. So even as the match commissioner Ephraim Mengistu will be walking them onto the field, we know that Hossana will need to work very, very hard to at least get to where the others are. They are fourth at the moment on their log. And the big question is whether or not they can be able to get to the other side of the points. They're still within the 20s. We know a team that has already gone over to the 30s. That is the Fasil side, being chased by everybody else. And then making sure that nobody catches up with them. But Hossana is still one of the ones that you can call in contention for the title if they can make sure that they are winning most of their matches. But then they'll also have to pray that the other teams are losing theirs, because that will be the difference. It's a little bit of a change in the number of players they have as well on the Hossana side, and a good number of them are not being seen in the team sheet. Dinke Kebede, I think he's there today, and he wasn't there the last time. Michael Joreje starts at the bench again. I'll give you the full list of that with Bismarck Apea and Dao Tessa and Dula Mulatu being in the game here. Kalusha Al-Hassan scored the goal the last time that floored Jima. And he has been given a start again to see whether he can be able to capitalize on that. Bismarck Apea and Dao Tessa together with Dula Mulatu are up on the front. Mulatu needs to give more contribution than the much talked of penalty against the Beta, which by now should have been forgotten by most of the players. Manuel Gobena is another one. Eno Carficho gets another start in that side. Of course, Muntari will have to watch out not to pick up unnecessary cards like he did the last time in almost the 95th minute of the game. So Ashinafi Bekele, the former Ethiopia Banks defender, knows very well that he's got to pick up the points in this one. He can't just afford to play it, for the sake of playing it. As sports officer, Betsegai Shibru will be the center referee, assisted by a textiles businessman, Abera Abrideu, and an electrician, Fresgi Tesfaye. Then a facilities manager, Abtamu Mengiste, will be the fourth official. Up at the front here, they will be preferring Binyam Fikre. He's yet to get himself onto the score chart, but it really does trouble the men up at the front. Behind him will be the runs of Yared Dawits to help him out. And then they've got a 4 in behind the strikers. And that's a very interesting way in which they'll be lining up with Idris Said together with Nesanet Gebremedin and Messiah Genyehu, and of course Sherinet Guksa, who will be playing together with his brother Antene Guksa. Wolayta Dicha have made a couple of signings, we are made to understand, but they are not going to be using them. And I think they have a former Ghanaian in that team, and Nigerian who they're bringing in as well. We have the names, we're just trying to confirm it. In fact, one of them used to play here in Ethiopia, and was probably the reason why Jima Bajifra did not sign any players in the first leg, because they hadn't paid him. Now, that man who's cutting the figure of starring in a Wild West movie is Ashinafi Bekele. He's coming against Jilalem Shiferau in the Wolayta Dicha side to try and challenge for the points. Now we probably will be getting a little bit more song and dance, where the teams are having a good support as well. And to see how they are going to be lining up for it. This man is the goalkeeper of the Wolayta Dicha side, Netsanet Gebremedin, starting today. Of course, expecting the best to happen for their side. Mohamed Muntari would be invoking the most valuable prayer for the game today. Betsegeu Shibru brings the game to a start. Wolayta Dicha, having played 12, are in position 9. They have won only 4 of the matches, drawn 2 and lost a large number, 6 for sure. They've scored 19 goals, but they have conceded 16. So, that's a goal difference of 3 and a points 14. So keep us company, Aweke Abraham and Marcos will take you through the 90 minutes in Amharic. I am Bernardo Tieno in the company of Gilbert Celebwa to help you get through the 90 minutes of this one in English. Hossana, having played 12, have won 6, drawn 5 and lost only 1. They have 13 goals for and 6 against. That makes for a +7 goal difference. They are right above Ethiopia, no, below St. George. Seasons when you're told by some of the officials you've got to do it into the Gregorian calendar to get the correct one for you. This one rolls over the field and out on the other side is going to be a goal kick. It's just some of the beauties of being in Ethiopia. There's so much to look out for. Asnake Moges is not feeling very comfortable. He's feeling the pinch. He's holding on to his face. It just tells you that it's going to be a bad injury. I think they're going to signal for a change. He's not going to be coming back. An early change here for Asnake Moges. Whenever you're forced to make a change because of injury, it enforces a technical change as well. And which doesn't make for very comfortable playing. That's the man who scored the goal that floored Jima in the last match they played here. Al-Hassan Kalusha. The Ghanaian with a very conspicuous Zambian name. There's a foul on Bismarck Apea. Apea is just a Ghanaian. He gets another start today. And was taking control. He's very good at keeping control of the ball.
Yes.
But to get himself into that position and to get himself into scoring has been a little bit of a challenge. He's scored only 1 goal so far. Yet, for him to even merit a first-team start, consecutively, you need to be also consecutive in scoring. It's going to be a free kick for the Hadiya Hossana side. No, Tessa.
It's a guy.
It's a guy. Yeah, I mean, it's just cut down unnecessarily.
Yeah, he came in for Asnake Moges.
Who was injured.
Yeah. And therefore there was a reorganization in the way they're playing because Jared Dawit was playing as an offensive player and now has moved back to the left back position to allow Birhanu Tsegay to go in a forward line.
Yeah, he's already played about 12 minutes, Tsegay Birhanu, with 4 goals to his credit. He's a man that he would have liked to rely on. There is a chance for a shot. Tsegay sends it out on the right side. They want to build it up again. Like we said before, if the ball comes into the box in the Ethiopian Premier League, don't get excited yet. There could be a lot that can happen, including seeing this ball going all the way back to their own half to restart it from there. And so this is sent off the field of play. It's going to be a throw-in. Well, it's going to be for the Wolayta Dicha side. Al-Hassan has intercepted it in the midfield. Bismarck Apea doesn't complete the pass again. 2 times in 2 passes, Bismarck's pass has been intercepted. He needs to really just, have that mind to imagine that all the other players are trying to intercept everything that he's doing. And that's the only way he's going to get himself going forward. Because if he doesn't, then it's going to be cut short at every single moment. So you seen that? The Ugandan remains very solid on the right back. One goaler was credited to him that he, booted it in from a very close angle using his knee. Al-Hassan manages to evade the midfield. Here is a ball that is intended to go very far away down. Tessa was not going to get into it. If you look at the number of green shots that were waiting for that ball, you surely wonder what Hadiya were trying at that moment.
Yeah, in fact, I would call it a very, very good organization, defensive organization by Wolayta. When they lose the ball, they want to move the whole team to the side where there is action, and therefore making it very, very difficult for Hadiya to make any meaningful inroads.
Well, the possession would tell you that Wolayta Dicha is running it at 52% in these early stages. Wow. Yeah, last time I was a referee girl, but a ball like that came right in front of me. It's very tempted to just control it and, wait to see what happens. It takes a split second for you to remember that you're the referee. Long shot coming from Binyam Fikre. You've got to give it to Binyam Fikre. He was rested in the 87th minute the last game when they played against Sidama Buna. But he certainly gives more than 100% for the Wolayta Dicha side. Here is Otessa. Executing a good change right into the midfield. The ball control becoming of utmost importance if you are to get onto this one.
For Wolayta side, they are very collected when they are defending, and also when they are moving, they are very, very explosive and they move at numbers. So two styles of play that have not really borne any fruits to this point in time.
If there's one man that the Wolayta Dicha side has missed, and it shows every time up at the front, is a man called Sintayehu Mengistu. Binyam has tried to fill in to his feet and is doing the best he can. Needs support from behind. Yeah, you've got to know there's always going to be a man on. And so Idris Said needs to work faster. He's lost possession for it. It's gone out to Dula Mulatu. This is going to be offside on Daru Tessa. Dareje Elemo has been able to play 4 games that he did for the Hadiya side when Muntari was red carded. This has been given as a foul. It's banging into Messiah Genyehu so hard that you send him back onto the ground. This is Binyam Fikre is obviously impeded on as he was trying to make a run. Very good player, very technical player. And the only way is probably to stop him physically like that, and that is what Suleiman Emile does here.
And that's, there's a mark of a good striker. He gets the ball, his only mind is to move forward, and that's a mark of a good striker. Another striker would get the ball and try to play in a negative manner. Not this kind of striker.
No, that is a good striker, Gilbert. The one who's facing the team, he knows that he's got to solo it from that side. That's a very good striker. Well, you see here they miss it. I tell you, the striker on the side stands would not have missed the solo when it came here. One of the Guksa brothers here who didn't get onto that ball now. This man felt the pinch, of course. Any strike, any tackle that comes on you hard in a game can potentially be injurious. And we know that Asnake Bogus, for example, has had to leave the game in the 7th minute of the game because of an injury just landing a little bit precariously. It's not the first time that we've seen somebody getting injured and dislocating something. It's not the best statistics to give you as well. But the game of football, sometimes some people go into it a little bit too hard. Bismarck Apea using his speed, and a good cross this time round from Apea. Here is another one intended for Dula Mulatu. He's not going to get anything out of that. He's not endowed with height. He's very easily beaten to it by the defender, Aragao Badeg. Back and forth, Gilbert, into the midfield. How do you read it now?
Yeah, both teams want to at least get onto the scoreboard faster.
It's a chip into the goal area by Mesai Agenyehu. So they just want Otessa to run. And running he is, but the goalkeeper will get with it. I think the flag is up for offside. Yeah, when you make such a dash, all the energy goes off, and then the assistant referee catches you on the offside. Doesn't challenge for the aerial balls. Here comes Hadiya. This takes a little deflection. It's going to go out for a corner. That is going to be given to Hadiya Hossana. 41 minutes, Gilbert. How is it panning out?
It's end to end.
End to end,
yeah.
Is it good action?
It's good action. It's good action. They're showing the intensity. They're showing that, they're in this game to win either side of the divide.
Yeah, seeing a couple of players have been missing on the Wolayta Dicha side. They include Bogale. He's there today. But he's been on the bench even in the last game that they played. Here is the corner. Gets back to where it came from. A little hard header. Get this one from Isaac Isinde, not on target. But I think he's got a good sense of where the target is. It just doesn't go there.
The back post, there were 3 Hadiya Hossana players in the back post. And to me, that is very, very poor marking by
organizing themselves in terms of defense. This, you would say, is still a good defense of the Hadiya Hossana side. They haven't lost it, although twice or 3 times Binyam Fikre has been able to beat it just that he didn't know where Birhanu was, and Birhanu didn't know where Binyam Fikri was going to put the ball in.
Yeah, they're not pushing up very high up from their own half, and that's why a lot of balls that are coming towards them are very, very legible, and they're able to deal with them.
He's going to go out to the right side, this one. And then right foot cross that is intercepted out by to Kalusha Al-Hassan. Manages to get it back to his other defenders, other strikers rather. But Dicha came out the better. Apea has gotten it to Dao. Tessa is looking for support. He finds it on the left side. It's a big cross. Too big. If you're to bring a cross that hard, I think you should bring it on target to the goal.
He should. It's a good run on the outside by the captain, Heno Karfichu. Another pass from Tessa, but again, the delivery.
Okay, Gilbert. In front of goal and just be calm enough to be able to take the shot. This is going to be a foul on Degu Debebe. By Degu Debebe on Dao Tessa. Hamid helps him up, knowing that time is of the essence and it's running out very quickly. We're probably playing the last few seconds of the first half. An entertaining first half, you'd say, Gilbert, just it didn't have goals.
It has had all the ingredients, and I've seen the variations in title passing. They played the long balls, the long passes, the diagonal passes, the intricate passes towards the goal. So every ingredient is in this game.
መግለጫ እንመለከታለን። ክቡራን ተመልካቾቻችን በመጀመሪያው 45 ደቂቃ 5 ሙከራዎችን በሃዲያ ሆሳዕና ኩል 4 ሙከራ 1 ኢላማውን የጠበቀ የመጀመሪያው 45 ደቂቃ ኢላማውን የጠበቀ ሙከራ በአጠቃላይ 1 ነው። እሱም አደገኛ ሙከራ አልነበረም። 52 ከመቶ ወላይታ ዲቻ 48 ከመቶ የኳስ ቁጥጥር ሃዲያ ሆሳዕና።
የኳስ ቁጥጥሩ የነበረበትን ሜዳ መመልከት ያለብን ይመስለኛል። 33 በመቶ በሃዲያ ሆሳዕና የግብ ክልል ላይ ነበር ወይንም የሜዳ አጋማሽ ላይ ነበር ነው። ይሄ ያው የወላይታ ዲቻዎችን ተጭኖ መጫወት የተመለከትንበት ነው። በእንቅስቃሴ ደረጃ ግን ሃዲያ ሆሳዕናዎች ኳሱን ተቆጣጥረውት አይደለም የራሳቸው የሜዳ አጋማሽ ላይ የቁጥር ብልጫውን የወሰዱት። በወላይታ ዲቻ የሜዳ አጋማሽ ላይ 16 በመቶ ብቻ ነው ያለው። ይሄም የሚነግረን ብዙ የማጥቃት እንቅስቃሴዎች በሃዲያ ሆሳዕና በኩል አልነበሩም። ወላይታ ዲቻዎችም ኳሱን በራሳቸው የሜዳ ክልል ላይ እያንሸራሸሩ እንዳልነበረ የሚያሳይ ቁጥር ነው።
የማጥቃት እንቅስቃሴ አማራጮችን ቀጥለን እንመለከታለን። ዋነኛው ነገር ግን ቅድም ያነሳው ነው። በአንደኛው ግማሽ የነበረው የጨዋታ እንቅስቃሴ በጣም ደካማ ነበር። የማጥቃት ሙከራዎች ኢላማውን የጠበቀ በአጠቃላይ 1 ሙከራ ነው የነበረው። እሱም ማስደንጋጭ የሚያስብል አልነበረም። ነገር ግን አቅጣጫዎቹን እንመልከትና በሁለተኛው አጋማሽ በየትኛው በኩል ማን የተሻለ ሊያጠቃ ይችላል የሚለው ነው።
ሃዲያ ሆሳዕና እንግዲህ በሁሉም የሜዳው ያቅጣጫ መስመሮች ለማጥቃት ጥረት አድርጎ ተመልክተናል። ግን ኢላማውን የጠበቀና ስኬታማ አልነበረም። በወላይታ ዲቻ በኩል ግን በተለይም የቀኝና የግራ መስመሮችን በሚገባ ለመጠቀም ሞክረዋል። ዛሬ የተለወጠው አንደኛው ነገር የሚመስለኝ መሀል ለመሀል በርካታ የግብ ሙከራዎችን ለማድረግ ጥረት ያደረጉበትና አብዛኛው የወላይታ ዲቻ የማጥቃት እንቅስቃሴ መሀል ለመሀል የተመራበት ነው። ለዚህ ደግሞ አማካይ ክፍል ያላቸው የቁጥር ብልጫ እንዲህ አይነት እድሎች እንዲፈጥሩ አድርጓቸዋል። እንደ ሪሳይድ አይነት ተጫዋች አላቸው። እንደዚህ አይነት እድሎችን ለመፍጠር የሚያስችል የጸጋይ ብርሃኑ መግባት ደግሞ ይበልጥ ቀጥተኝነት ለቡድኑ ሰጥቶታል።
በዚህ ጨዋታ ላይ በተጫዋቾች ደረጃ ምን አይነት ቅያሬዎች መደረግ ይችላሉ፣ አሰልጣኞች እነማንን ቢቀይሩ የተሻለ ነገር ማሳየት ይችላሉ የሚለው እንመልከት። የተጠባባቂ ወንበር አማራጮች እነዚህ ናቸው።
በሃዲያ ሆሳዕና በኩል የተለየ ቅያሪ ከምንመለከት አይመስለኝም። ምናልባት የፊት መስመር ላይ የአማካይ ክፍል ላይ ተስፋ ያለባቸው ለዚህ ደግሞ ድንቅነህ ከበደ ሌሎች አማራጮች ይመስለኛል ማጥቃቱ ላይ። ከዛ ውጭ ግን የተለየ አማራጭ የላቸውም። ይሄንኑ ቡድን መጠጋገን የሚጠበቅባቸው ይመስለኛል። በእርግጥ ሚካኤል ጆርጅ አለ አጥቂ መስመር ላይ፣ እሱን የሚያስገቡት ከሆነ ሁለተኛው አጋማሽ ላይ የምንመለከት ነው የሚሆነው። በወላይታ ዲቻ በኩል እንግዲህ አሰልጣኙ ዋነኛውን የጨዋታ እቅዳቸው መንገድ የነበረውን ቅያሪ አድርገዋል። ጸጋይ ብርሃኑ ገብቷል። ከዚህ በኋላ የሚቀየረው አንደኛው ቅያሪ የሚሆነው ምናልባት መሳይ ኒኮል ባለፉት ጨዋታዎች የመሰለፍ ዕድል ሲያገኝ ነበረ። ከዛ ውጭ ግን በመጀመሪያው የተጫዋች ምርጫቸው አሰልጣኝ ዘላለም ሲፈራው የሚቀጥሉ ይመስለኛል።
Bahar Dar International Stadium. Second half of the Hadia Hosaina game against Wolayta Dicha. The reverse fixture was 2-1 in favor of Hadia Hosaina, but today it's already being challenged for equally by Wolayta Dicha, so then they're going to have to work it differently. Aweke Abraham and Mekonnen Hailu.
Ask the players whether they really want to go into this game and win the game. Because there's been some laxity on both sides of the divide on the way they're approaching this match. So I think both coaches have definitely had some lashing to do on the players, that they need to increase their speed they need to work as if that they want to win this match. And therefore the face has to change.
You think some players go into the field not wanting to win it?
Well, I mean, laxity, you've seen twice where Birhama, this guy has gone for the ball and literally left it to run away. So, those kind of players, you want to make sure that they follow the ball to the final place where it's going.
I think what you're attributing to is that sometimes you use the reverse psychology on them. It's been signaled in the offside. He says there was somebody else on that side. We'll see whether he's right or not. But he intimates that he wasn't in the offside. Well, you and I get a second chance to look at it. I think Bismarck Apea is slightly right in the line. He's in the line. You've got to draw that line diagonally, to get it to be almost in the same line with the halfway mark. And is intimating that there's somebody else on the other side. You can't signal me in the offside. The whistle's gone and it's gone, so it's going to be a throw in here. That is going to be given to Hadiya Hossana. Chipped onto the left side now. A little back heel by the captain of the Hadiya side. Wins it back for Hadiya Hossana. The accuracy of passes is going to be very important in this game. And this is going to be given to the Wolayta Dicha side. Bismarck Apea apparently involved in bringing down Cherinet Guksa. Yeah, clamps down onto his heel. And that is a little bit dangerous as well. So there's going to be a free kick here for the Wolayta Dicha side. From the right side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, either the luminous green moving into position, just about the same number of defenders, probably one more. This is pushed directly into the goal area. Muntari quickly takes it. He wants to start a very fast one. Is looking for Dula Mulatu, who couldn't get. As Dicha were trying to come out. Oh, this is very obvious. Right in front of the referee as well. The yellow card goes out. So it's got to be Netsanet Gabriel Medin who is yellow carded. Very unnecessary tackle there. He simply looked at what he was going to do and decides to hack down his opponent. And Dicha will have to look for an alternative to use now. Out on the right side. Apea has gone through two men. He's got only one more on the left side. And Apea decides to give away the responsibility. Should have gone in, trouble the defenders a bit if you're Bismarck Apea. You have possession. You've gone through two defenders. You have the ability to go through a third one if you wanted to.
He has not seen Apea's potential when it's actually moving to the final third.
Well, even now he's in a very good position to receive this ball. Otesa gets there ahead of him.
It's a mix-up.
Yeah.
It's a mix-up.
I'm just not sure about how they were going to do it. Everybody's challenging for it, and everybody leaves it behind. It's going to be a foul in the middle of the field here for that tackle that comes in on Cherinet Guksa. It's coming from the captain of the other side, Enoch Arficho. There's been lots of tackles here. Some of them legal, some of them illegal, some of them are just simulations, but some of them can actually occasion you injury. Yeah, Bismarck Apea at that moment was the one who felt it when he was brought down. It's now Cherinet Guksa who's down on the floor, on the ground rather. 55 minutes, we have 20 fouls, Gilbert. How else should it be played?
Yes, Bernard, and the best way to avoid...
Yeah, you see the likeness to him and Shimekit, don't you?
Well,
I'm talking about one of the Guksa brothers, Antene, who has brought down Dao Tessa. I can tell you Dao also just goes down in front of Antene. Not necessarily because Antene has touched him, but that's so much part of the Ethiopian game. And it takes a very close watch to be able to cut it out. An out swinger that will be picked up by the goalkeeper. He wants to start a quick one. This one's into the area. It's going to count as a goal for Wolayta Dicha. And two men are claiming credit for it. It's going to be Birhan, who I think who's going to take the ultimate credit, and not Enoch feature. Yeah, Birhan, who says thank you very much in what he thinks should count as his fifth goal for Wolayta Dicha. Very unexpectedly, at a time when it is the Hadiya Hossana side that seem to have been making onslaughts on the other side. But Zelalem Shifer has just been given a reason to believe that he can do much better now. Here it is again.
It's a good run.
Is there there's no danger of offside there. The delivery is good. Two men are going down on it.
That's a very, very good run and very good delivery by Wolayta Dicha. Look at how Birhanu runs on the opposite side. The goalkeeper is the near post. He looks at the distance between the goalkeeper and the far post and places it right there. What a well-taken goal and a good header from that man who scores his fifth goal of the league.
Well, I know that they need to be sharp at the front. Pushed forward by Idris Said. Getting it onto the left side is the best of the ideas that they have at the moment. Cherinet Guksa. He's losing his footing for no reason. Cherinet should have done that earlier. Al-Hassan was yellow carded for sub infringement earlier on. I think they're very tired moments that come into the game of football sometimes as well. As soon as you get into the 65th of the minutes and all that, this is very unnecessarily coming from Emmanuel Gobena. Wolayta Dicha is going to be taking a free kick. And it's Jared Dawi who takes it, forcing Muntari into a punching save out of the field of play. The Ghanaian goalkeeper will always live up to expectations as well. This time it does. In the instance in which the goal was occasioned, he simply watched it going onto the other side because it was too far for him. Yeah, you can hear him saying, "Watch your guy." Oh, this is another one in the net. Muntari has indicated to everybody to mark their men, but they forget to look at the right side of the post. And Wolayta Dicha have scored a second goal here. This celebration is being taken all the way to the coach while Muntari is complaining. And a piggyback ride is what Cherinet Guksa will get for his troubles. It's goal number 2 for Wolayta Dicha. And I tell you, they haven't even used the players that they are supposed to have signed yet, who are watching from the outside. No small teams and no big teams in the Premier League. It's just what you do on the field. He's in a good position. He's been kept on side by the captain. Cherinet Guksa is the toast for this one.
It's good reflex. He is in a prime position. He gets the ball back from a defender, and look at his celebration. There is no doubt that Cherinet Guksa scores the second goal of the league and puts the coach Zelalem Sheferau in a prime position as one of the best coaches that we've seen in the second leg.
That's what she says. Oh, she loves it. No doubt about it. She likes it. She likes the fact that it's 2 goals. So Saida nil, Wolayta Dicha 2. And we probably will find out how many goals the family has scored so far in the Ethiopian Premier League. Referee saying this is where the substitution has to be done. Kalusha Al-Hassan is going to be leaving the field of play. He is making way for Tesfaye Alebacho, a man who has already served a suspension for. And Al-Hassan takes the rest now. What do you make of that, Gilbert?
Well, I think it's just a question of bringing in an attacking midfielder, Tesfaye Alebacho. They feel that Kalusha has not really lived up to the expectation, and just wanting to rejig that midfield and see whether they can be able to pull something out of it.
What happened to Mekbib Degefu? He was trying to get onto this ball. Lands on his shoulder, lands a little bit awkwardly. He's got his wrist bent a little bit when he's going over it.
Space. for them to be able to operate in, and now they are trailing by 2-0. For Zelalem Shefero, I think I was saying is one of the best tacticians I've seen because of his influence on this team. Since he came in, they've literally not lost a single match. They won 3-1 against Jima.
The branch of the federation must make sure that you're providing it for the referees as well. Isid with a half-hearted attempt to try and go for a shot towards goal. And we'll have to dash back into his line of defense now. The Ugandan defender has certainly seen some. For Hadiya Hossaina, they really need to give a performance that would make fans want to sing their praises as well. Trying to get into the right side and trying to get the ball to a better position for a strike. Doesn't work out for them on the right side. Well, maybe now they can do it better to Bismarck Apea. Apea has waited and then has given the ball to Otessa. No, Otessa. Oh, look at his eyes. It's making it look like something unbelievable has happened. The only thing that has happened is he's gone down for no apparent reason.
And look at the number of green shots.
This is going to be offside then. Well, reports would indicate again that Wolayta has also signed Izu Azuka, Nigerian striker who they might be unveiling soon, but we'll wait for that. Oh, here is another signing as well. Gatoch Panoma, we understand. And he was sitting out there with Bereket Wald and Mengistu is on his left. You remember that man who scored 2 very crucial goals for the side. I talked about him earlier, being needed very much in this team. Any last minute instructions, Gilbert, that you want to give here? No, not last minute. There's still very many minutes remaining here.
I think for Wolayta, they're leading, and the coach knows that at this particular point, it calls on character. They need to stay calm, and also in the terms of defensive organization, they need to complete it for the 90 minutes. For Hadiya, they've tried all the avenues to be able to to grow through that Wolayta Dicha side. They haven't. With those long passes, they've been very legible, and they need to change tact a little bit. Just try to put the balls on the ground and move the ball a little bit faster and see whether it's going to be able to give them some results.
With Hadiya Hossaina trying to make capital here, Bismarck Apea, and then they've managed to stick the ball into the box. A very low and sent off the field of play. You're going to get a corner for it. Very loud instructions coming from the goalkeeper. Here is Isinde. He sets it up for a shot. Yeah, the accuracy of it. That goes into the net when it's caught in the net. If it doesn't tear the net, that is. It's usually very beautiful. But when it's just a power without the precision, then you're looking at a totally different effect. But Hadiya are getting very close, just outside of the box. Yeah, well, I'll let you be the judge of this one. He's intimating that there was an elbow coming onto him. It could just be right here in Suleiman Hamid, but he goes down a little bit too easily as well. And he doesn't have possession. He's flinging himself onto the defender, Anagao Badeg. The ref say, Anagao saying you should have given him a yellow card. But what is worrying me, Gilbert, is the fact that there's so many Hadiya Hossaina players up at the front, and they just can't meet the passes that can get them at least a shot on target up at the front. And they're all camping out there, aren't they?
It's a good thing for them to go up there, but then they need to have the triangles, not just being up there to add numbers. They need to have triangles so that they can be able to permit that tightly knit defense line.
Okay. So those are the triangles?
Those are the triangles.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a 1-2-3 combination, you know, like the way it goes round. And that would have helped them to be able to give in the passes that can allow them. Birhanu is going to be offside here. Most of the time he is when he's making a fast. Very difficult to give instructions at about this time of the game with just about 4 minutes remaining. He's There's a man on the ground, and he's from the Wolayta Dicha side. He realizes he's not going to be getting any attention, so he picks himself up as the goalkeeper, Gefu, will continue his showboating prowess, interfering with play. It's going to be a foul here and a card for a very deliberate, unnecessary tackle executed by Tesfaye Alebacho. So he started picking them up again after having been suspended for 5 of them. They're warming up another man on the sides, Messiah Nicole. He's played only 3 matches so far in the Wolayta Dicha side. So the substitution has been allowed. An issue. Who's coming out then? It's going to be Cherinet Guksa, the man who scored this goal. Yeah, from a very close range there, with the defender very close by. He showed his joy with that big smile after the 2 brothers scored in the consequent matches of the 14th round. Looking for a return ball. Joreje is trying to go through, but that's a little bit too acute for him to get to. He was using the width to go out on the right side. Birhanu have to try and get his passes working better. They call it. He tried to dummy but ends up dumming himself as well. We're playing the 89th minute, Gilbert. There's something you want to say.
Yeah,
I can see
those balls will not beat the goalkeeper McBeeb, the careful who's turned himself into an actor.
Is he?
Yeah, because of the
ቻዎች ዛሬ በማሸነፋቸው ከነበረባቸው የወራጅነት ስጋት የሚላቀቁበትን 3 ነጥቦችን ማግኘት ችሏል። ጸጋይ ብርሃኑ የጨዋታው ወሳኝ ጎል የመጀመሪያው ጎል በማስቆጠር ያንን ማድረግ ችሏል። በቅድሚያ ጎል ስላስቆጠርክ ስላሸነፋችሁ እንኳን ደስ አለህ። የምርጥ 11 ውስጥ አልነበርክም። በድንገተኛ ስናቀ ጉዳት ነው ወደ ሜዳ የገባውና ስትገባ አገባለሁ የሚል ሐሳብ ነበር።
ያው በተሰጠኝ ነገር በማንኛውም ሰዓት ይሁን ሜዳ ከገባ በኋላ አጥቂ ሆኜ ስለምገባ ያ አገባለሁ የሚል ግምት ነበር እና ያ ነገር ነው ያደረኩት።
ቡድናችሁ በየጨዋታዎቹ የተለዋወጠ የጨዋታ መንገድ ይጠቀማልና በአዲሱ አሰልጣኝ የተለየ መሻሻል እያሳየን ነው ብለህ ታስባለህ?
እንግዲህ ያው መጀመሪያ የነበረው ነጥብና አሁን እሱ ከመጣ በኋላ ያለው ነገር ውጤቱ እየገለጸ ነው። ስለዚህ ያው አሪፍ ነገር አለ።
የመጀመሪያው አጋማሽ ላይ ምንም ሙከራ አልነበራቸውም፣ ኢላማ የጠበቀ ሙከራ። ሁለተኛው አጋማሽ ላይ ነው በርከት ያሉ ሙከራዎችን የሞከራችሁት እና የተለየ ነበር በአንተ እይታ?
መጀመሪያ ትንሽ ጥቂት ነበር፣ ስንቾክል ነበር። ያ ነገር ደግሞ እረፍት ከወጣን በኋላ ተነጋግረን ነበር እና ያ ነገር ነው።
5ኛ ጎል ላይ ያስቆጠርከው ጸጋይ፣ በውድድር ዘመኑ ከቡድን ጋር ምን ያህል ጎሎችን አስቆጠረ? ምን ደረጃ መድረስ ትፈልጋለህ?
አሁን ከዚህ በኋላ ወደ 11 የሚሆኑ ጨዋታዎች አሉ። እግዚአብሔር ፍቃድ ከሆነ ከፍ አደርጋለሁ ብዬ አስባለሁ። ጎሉ
ከልብ አመሰግናለሁ።
ታንኪ
ክቡራን ተመልካቾቻችን የመጀመሪያው ጨዋታ በመጀመሪያው አጋማሽ ላይ የነበሩት የጎል ሙከራዎችና የጎል አለመኖር በሁለተኛው አጋማሽ በተለየ መንገድ ጨዋታው ሄዶ 2 ጎሎችና በርካታ ሙከራዎች እንድናይ ምክንያት ሆኗል። በአጠቃላይ 18 ሙከራዎች በሁለቱም በኩል ነበሩ። ሀዲያ ሆሳዕና 9 ሙከራዎችን አድርገው 2 ኢላማቸውን ጠብቀዋል። በወላይታ ድቻ በኩል 9 ሙከራ አድርገው 6ቱ ኢላማቸውን የጠበቁ ነበሩ። ከ6ቱ 2ቱ ጎል ሆነው ተቆጥረዋል። አሰልጣኝ አሸናፊ በቀለ የሀዲያ ሆሳዕና አሰልጣኝ ከጨዋታ በኋላ አስተያየታቸውን ሊሰጡን እኛ ጋር ይገኛሉ። አሰልጣኝ አሸናፊ ጨዋታውን 2-2 ተሸንፋቸዋል። የመጀመሪያው ግማሽ ሙከራዎች አልነበሩም፣ ሁለተኛው የተሻለ ነበር። ባሰብከው ባቀድከው መንገድ ጨዋታው ሄዷል?
ባሰብኩትና ባቀድኩት መንገድ አልሄደም። ክፍተቶችም ነበሩብን፣ የአቋቋም ችግሮች ነበሩብን። እንግዲህ ብዙ ጎል ሲቆጠርብን በዚህ በውድድር ዓመት የመጀመሪያ መሆኑ ነው። እንግዲህ እናርማለን።
በሁለተኛው አጋማሽ ወላይታ ዲቻ የግብ ዕድሎችን ፈጥሯል። በእናንተ በኩል ግን የግብ ዕድሎችን ለመፍጠር የነበረው እንቅስቃሴ ታርጌታቸውን የሚጠብቁ ሙከራዎችን ለማግኘት ተቸግራችሁ ነበርና ምክንያቱ ምንድነው?
ከመሃል የሚሄዱ ኳሶች ጊዜውን የጠበቀ ያለ መሆን፣ አጥቂዎቻቸውን ደግሞ ኳስ ለመቀበል የነበራቸው ዝግጁነት ማነስ፣ ወደፊት ስንሄድ በቁጥር ማነስ፣ እነዚህ ክፍተቶች አሉብን። ስለዚህ ይህንን ለማስተካከል እንሞክራለን። ሳይድ
ከሁለት ለባዶ በኋላ ተስፋ ያለባቸው ገብቶ ካሉሻ አልሐሰን ወጥቶ ነበርና የፈጠራ ሂደቱን አልቀነሰውም። በቡድን ላይ ከሁለት ለባዶ በኋላ
ካሉሻ የተፈለገውን ያህል ሊረዳን አልቻለም። ዛሬ ከሱ ነበር የመጨረሻ ኳሶችን እንጠብቅ የነበረው። ምክንያቱም አጥቂዎችን ሶስቱን ስናረግ ከሱ የሚወጣ ኳስ ነበር አስበን የነበረው። በዚህ ምክንያት ነው ልንቀይረው የቻልነው።
ከፋሲል ጋር ያላችሁን የነጥብ ልዩነት ማጥበብ አልቻላችሁም። ምን ታስባለህ? አሁንስ ዋንጫ ፉክክር ውስጥ አለን
ኦልሞስት እድላችን አሁንም አለን። የጎላ አይደለም ግን ከዚህ በኋላ የምናደርጋቸውን ጨዋታዎች በሙሉ በጥንቃቄ መሄድ እንዳለብን ይሰማኛል።
ከልብ አመሰግናለሁ።
ዜርስትል
አሰልጣኝ አሸናፊ በቀለ ከጨዋታው በኋላ የሰጡት አስተያየት ቀደም ሲል እንደተመለከታችሁት ነው። ክቡራን ተመልካቾቻችን ከፋሲል ከነማ ጋር የነበራቸውን የነጥብ ልዩነት ማጥበብ የሚችሉበትን አጋጣሚ በወላይታ ድቻ በመሸነፋቸው ምክንያት ማሳካት አልቻሉም። ዛሬ ረፋድ ላይ ጅማ አባጅፋር አዳማ ከነማን 2-1 አሸንፏል። ወላይታ ድቻ ደግሞ ከደቂቃዎች በፊት ሀዲያ ሆሳናን 2-0 አሸንፏል። ትላንት ድሬዳዋ ከሰበታ 2-2፣ ፋሲል ከነማ ቅዱስ ጊዮርጊስ 1-0 ማሸነፉ የሚታወስ ነው። አሰልጣኝ ዘላለም ሽፈራው ከጨዋታው በኋላ ሀሳባቸውን ይሰጡናል። ተለዋዋጩ የጨዋታ ባህሪ በዛሬው ጨዋታ ላይ ውጤት አስገኝቶልናል ብለህ ታስባለህ?
ፈርስት ሃፍ በነበረው እንቅስቃሴ ትንሽ ደከም ያለን የፈለግነው ነገር አላረግንም። ከረፍት በኋላ ግን ሙሉ በሙሉ ተግበረናል ማለት ይቻላል። ምክንያቱም ቁጥሮችም እሱን ይናገራሉ። ጎል ስኮር ማድረግ ብቻ ሳይሆን ኢቨን ኦፌንሲቭ ሰርዶ ላይ የምንገባበት አካሄድ ጥሩ ነው። ኳስም ከሌላው ጊዜ በተሻለ ምናልባት ፖሰስ የማድረግ አቅማችን ዛሬ መልካም ነው በሚል ሊወሰድ ይችላል።
አንተ ወደ ቡድኑ ከመጣ በኋላ እንደየ ተጋጣሚ ነው የምትጫወተውና ተጋጣሚዎችን ማጥናት በጣም ጥሩ የሆነ ወደ ውጤታማነት እያመጣ ነው።
እጅግ በጣም ምክንያቱም ቶርናመንት ጥቅሙ አንድም ይሄ ነው። ሁለተኛ ምናልባት እርግጠኛ ሆነ እንኳን ያላየው ነገር ቢኖር ተመለሰ የመመልከት እድል በቪዲዮዎች ስላሉ የመመልከት እድሉ አለ። ያ ስለሆነ እንደ ቲም ብቻ ሳይሆን በተናጠልም ኢቨን የሚገባው ሰው በተናጠለ ምን አይነት ነገር አለ የሚለው ነገር ለመመልከት እጅግ በጣም ይረዳል።
በምርጥ 11 ውስጥ አስናቀና ነጻነት ዛሬ ገብቷል። የምትፈልግባቸው ነገር አግኝቷል? ያስናቀ ጉዳት እንዳለው ነው።
በእርግጥ አሁን እነዚህ አዲስ የመጡ ልጆች በአንድ ጊዜ ከቲሙ ጋር ይዋሃዳሉ ማለት ትንሽ ይከብዳል። አስናቀ እንዳልከው ጉዳት ነው። ኦልሬዲ ወዲያው በአጭር ጊዜ ሰዓት ነው የተጎዳው። ግን እስኪጎዳ በነበረው ጊዜ ጥሩ ነበር እንቅስቃሴ። ለምንድን ነው የሚባለው? እሱ ተጎድቶ ሰው ቀይረን እስክንጫወት ትንሽ ወደ እንትኑ መመለስ አልቻልንም። ነጻነት ላይ በተለይ ኳሶች የማሸነፍ አቅሙ ላይ ጥሩ ነው። የማደራጀቱ ነገር ላይ ግን ይቀራል። ጋቶች ደግሞ ሲመጣ ያ ቦታ የበለጠ ጥሩ እናደርገዋለን ብዬ አስባለሁ።
ቶፕ 5 ውስጥ ምርጥ 5 ውስጥ እንጨርሳለን ብለህ ነበር። አሁንም በዚህ አቋምህ ላይ ነህ?
እንጨርሳለን ሳይሆን እንደረሳለን ወደ ቶፕ 5 ውስጥ። ዋናው ከአደገኛ ቀጠና የሚባለው በአስተማማኝ ሁኔታ መውጣት፣ ወገብ ላይ ካሉት ቲሞች ጋር መዳረስ። አሁን ባለው ሁኔታ ደግሞ ኦልሬዲ እየተንደረደር ነው። ይሄን ነገር ማስቀጠል ግን ወሳኝ ነው። በዚህ ሁሉ ነገር ከጨረስን ከባድ ነው። ገና ስለሆነ ውድድሩም ገና ስለሆነ ይሄን ነገር ማስቀጠል ይጠበቅብናል፣ መስራት ይጠበቅብናል።
ከልብ አመሰግናለሁ አሰልጣኝ ዘላለም። ክቡራን ተመልካቾቻችን የዛሬ ጨዋታ ውጤቶችን ተከትሎ እንግዲህ ከጨዋታው በኋላ የነበሩትን የጨዋታ ማጥቃት ሂደቶችን እንመለከታለን። በአጠቃላይ በሁለተኛው አጋማሽ ነው በርካታ ሙከራዎች የነበሩት። መኮንን 29 የማጥቃት መነሻ ሂደቶች ነበሩ። እስኪ እነሱ እንመልከት። መኮንን
እንግዲህ ቀደም ሲል የመጀመሪያ አጋማሽ ላይ የነበሩ የጨዋታ እንቅስቃሴዎችን ስናነሳ በሁለቱም ቡድኖች በኩል ማራኪ እንቅስቃሴ እንዳልነበረ ስንመለከት ነበረ። ሁለተኛው አጋማሽ ላይ ግን የጨዋታው መልክ ፍጹም ተቀይሯል ማለት ይቻላል። በተለይ የወላይታ ዲቻን ከፍተኛ ብልጫና የጨዋታ ቁጥጥር የተመለከትንበት ነበረ። እንግዲህ በሚፈልጉት መንገድ ጨዋታውን አድርገው አሸንፈዋል። ወላይታ ዲቻ የሚገባው ይመስለኛል። ሁለተኛው አጋማሽ ላይ በተለይ በጣም